Wait a second. I don't need this. So put that down. I don't need it yet. I don't need it for this, dear goodness. Though I could use it technically on part of this once I'm done with the other thing I'm going to do. But I don't need to get that out yet. So, tension, excitement. Ooh, you don't know what I'm going to get out. This is Space Hulk Death Angel, and I'm going to give you my first impressions of this game because I got to play it for the first time on my live stream on Friday. This is my Grail game that I have at the house. It's the one that I was searching for probably the longest out of the games that I have purchased in the last year or so. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood board gamer, and this is Devin Talks Tabletop, a show where the games are made up and what I say doesn't matter. And I truly mean that. What I say doesn't matter. You can take it to the bank with you, but they won't cash it. You don't have to listen to a word I say. You could just put this on mute, and at the end of the day, you would have as much substantive content to enjoy as if you had it not on mute. Because you're not here for that noise. You're not here for what I say. If you are here for what I say, though, I'm going to start talking. This is the first impressions for Space Hulk Death Angel. It is a card game from Konieczka, who was a designer, is still a designer. He just did the Voices in My Head and some other ones that have come out recently. Did he also do the Initiative? I think he was also involved with the Initiative. I think so. Anyways, he's one of my favorite designers because he did Forbidden Stars, which is one of my favorite games, also a Warhammer game. I apparently just have a thing for Warhammer, and maybe it's because I like Warhammer and I get to enjoy playing card games and board games about Warhammer without investing thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in the tabletop miniatures war game. Anyways, anywho, I played this on the live stream and I had a really good time. I lost. I don't think I should have lost. I had horrible rolling luck, which just made it a really fun memory, like moment. It was exciting. It was good. It was good TV, but I lost, and I really enjoyed the suspense of it. And I think that if I wasn't playing it on stream, it would play quite quickly. It says 30 to 60 minutes. I think that's pretty accurate. I obviously took way longer. If you go back and watch the stream, I took significantly longer. Part of it was because I was reading the rules. Part of it was because I started a quarter of a game and then started over. And then the other part is because I played a full game. And then the other part was I was on a live stream and I talk a lot and I get distracted easily. And so I was doing most of that instead of playing. But it was really satisfying. Cannot wait to play it again. I've got all the expansions for this, so I'm going to put them to the test at some point. I really enjoyed this. I've been excited to get into solo playing with Final Girl, with Black Sonata, with Rolling Realms, with other stuff that I've been playing solo. But this was one that I bought, and I finally got it to the table, and I was satisfied that I did. Once again, if you weren't here to see the Veiled Fate first impressions, and if you weren't here to see the Moonraker's first impressions, both of which I will, now that I've said that in both of those videos, need to make sure that I have this published in order for that to make any sense. But I forgot what I talk about in a first impressions. I think, I've said this enough now that it's starting to maybe jog brain cells. I think I did it in a similar fashion to how I did first impressions on the blog, on the Quackalope blog. Maybe I did it something like that. Whatever, I'll check that some other time. This is a tactical spatial puzzle where you are trying to, as a group of Space Marines, a squad of Space Marines, you're in a formation, a line, and there are other games where you have a line or a queue of cards, and you're actually trying to, like, the cards are the antagonists of the game, but in this, the cards in the queue or the formation are the protagonists. They are the Space Hulk, they're the Death Angels that are on the Space Hulk, and they are trying to make it to a certain location on the ship, and in order to do that, they have to stay alive. And there's these gene stealers, these these alien aliens, so articulate. There's these aliens called the gene stealers, and they come at you from close quarters, from your sides. They'll flank you. They'll come in larger groups, they come and they spawn at your location, and you can shoot them if you are within range of them in the different parts of the formation, and if you're facing them. But they may spawn behind you. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to each card of each Space Marine can face each way, and they can move within the formation, and then they can support each other, which gives you rerolls on attack and defense. They can move, which allows them to also on that movement turn their facing to switch, and they can also activate locations if locations have an activate ability, or if terrain cards have an activate ability. And so you move through this terrain trying to shoot these gene stealers and keep the swarms down while progressing through locations. And then if you make it to the end and either kill all of the gene stealers, or if you just complete whatever the tactical mission objective is, then you win the game. If all of the Space Marines die before that happens, you lose. That's what happened to me. Even I was at the last location. I could have probably, if I hadn't tried to rely on what I was doing, I probably could have just wiped them all out. But I was so deservedly certain that I could roll what I needed to roll that I kept not doing that. And that's why I died. This effectively did what I wanted it to. It created tension. It created exciting moments. It created painful moments. And it did all of that with not a lot of gameplay elements. You just have the cards of the Space Marines, the cards of the locations, the cards of the terrain where they spawn, and then the gene stealers that spawn. And other than that, you have a couple tokens that mean some stuff, and you have the dice. And that dice is both your savior and your Grim Reaper. It will kill you, it will save you again and again and again, maybe skewing a little bit towards the kill you part, but I haven't felt that much anxiety and happiness based off of a single dice since the dice from Dead of Winter, which I talked about in the live stream. So I'm really happy with how this felt. I played it as a solo game. I know that it is structured and designed to be a cooperative game to where you can play it 1 to 6 players. I don't know if I would ever do that, but I am curious as to how that would change the experience of this. This was fine for me as a solo game because it was very satisfying. It was very easy mechanically to control. That, there's not like a painful AI that you have to navigate and, adapt to. It's just aliens come in. You try not to die. You try to kill them. You try to keep moving. And that's it. And I likened it to Dead Space, where you go up on a derelict ship. There are aliens on it. You're in tight claustrophobic scenarios, and you're just trying to stay alive while moving from location to location. But this is within the Warhammer world, and you're using massive guns and melee weapons to destroy the enemy rather than an engineer with a pretty cool plasma cutter that if you upgrade is a beast. That's another hoodie that I need to get. I need to get a Dead Space hoodie. Anyways, Space Hulk, Death Angel, the card game from Fantasy Flight. I was speaking in the previous one about games that are hard to get. This one is hard to get. I say that, but if you just want the base game, that's easier to get. If you want the expansions, those are a little harder to track down. I got all of them, both because I like to get all of something, and also because if for some reason I decided to sell this game down the road, much more viable to have all of it. But I don't want to sell it because I had a good experience. My first impressions of this game are yay, which is a very clinically focused and intelligent review score. I give it a yay out of 10. I want to play it again. I don't mind at all that I lost. And I think that's the hallmark of a good game. And maybe also just it depends on what kind of person you are and the demeanor you have. I did not mind losing this game, and I enjoyed it just as much as if I had won. Obviously, I wanted to win, but I didn't. And it was a cool story to lose. I rolled, a 33% chance of losing and a 66% chance of winning. I rolled that same odds 4 times in a row and lost every time. It made the end at like, because I could have just rolled and been fortunate the very first time, and I would have been like, okay, I skated out of there. But no, it killed me, and it killed me, and it killed me, and it killed me until it fully killed me, and I wasn't able to come back from it. And that was fun. And I think when you can lose a game and have fun, I think that you're at a good place as a gamer. But I think also the design of a game is well done. If you can lose and still appreciate what's happening, that's good. So I enjoyed my play of this. I want to explore what happens the next time when I put the expansions into it. And that's about it. I'm really happy to had a good first experience with this. That's it. Man, I can't end on that note. That's just so low energy. So low energy. Timestamp. Part of it is it's low energy because I'm tired. High energy. It's more high energy. High energy. High energy. See you next time.